Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. Dale Arnold, Billy Jaffe, Andrew Raycroft with you here in our Nesson studios. Bruins lose to the San Jose Sharks by a final of 3-1. We're going to sort through this as best we can, but we were all, as we were watching together, were confused by what happened on the game-winning goal here as well.
Yeah, the puck is brought back into the zone. The San Jose player, I would have deemed it possession and control, bringing it across the line, and the other San Jose player's skate is clearly across the line. We went through it a couple of times, Razor, and we kept trying to say, all right, what are we missing? Why are we not able to figure out why they didn't, what do you have to lose? This is the end result of the goal here.
That part we understood.
All right, so here you go. So here's the re-entry, and there is control. Even the puck is, he pushes it forward there. Would you agree that that's possession?
It looks like possession. We saw the Cale Makar play last year in the playoffs.
Very confusing.
Where he pushes it forward. This looks like a stick handle. To me, this looks like Liljegren is stick handling the puck. He's going forehand to backhand. The puck, he's not touching the puck with his stick, and Kells is...
They're discussing there, and I think they're saying no possession right there.
Yes.
Now, I will tell you that Joe Sacco told Andy Brickley, you'll hear the whole thing in a few minutes, that they didn't think that the San Jose player had possession. I think they're wrong.
I do. And what do you have to lose?
Yeah, at that point.
At this point, so if you're wrong, you're shorthanded, you've still given up a goal. I mean, am I missing something
well
with
go for it?
Right? Literally, you're at this point in the season, you've talked about, every intermission,
point.
you say every point matter, it's desperation. So what, right? I mean, you're out of it right now. You're far out of it.
Now, the opposite side, if you're getting it in your ear that you don't call it, don't challenge it. You don't want to challenge it just for the sake of doing it and being down 5-on-4 with 2 minutes left to be able to possibly score an empty net. You still need to want to get it right as a coaching staff. You don't just throw it out there. So if they feel like this is exactly not 100% possession, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you're trusting your video staff as well.
That's what I mean. If you're getting,
by the way, generally are really good.
They've been fantastic.
Yeah,
of course.
They've been fantastic.
And
they may have more technology.
They have something
frame by
there
frame.
that's frame by frame that what we don't have. We're getting it. We've only had one shot, and it's really far away. So I'm just my point on just doing it. Well, they've still got to try and manage and hopefully get a tie or try and get into the playoffs with points, like we just talked about as well. So that's what they're going through behind the bench.
I thought it was possession. I don't know.
I thought it was possession too. I agree.
But okay, yeah. But again, where you are sitting, you're right. Look, the video staff, they've got two guys working it. They can get it to
the three of them are looking at it. They called timeout. They're looking. They're there. And
well, that was the thing that confused us. Why do you need a timeout? Because it seemed so clear to us
as soon as
when
they took the timeout, that's when we started saying
something's up.
Something's up, and do they have possession? That was the only thing that we could think of. If you take a look at one more time, Liljegren.
He's stick handling.
I think so. I mean, here's the thing. This is hard right now to perhaps get something. You're not going to get anything from the league. I'd love to talk to somebody to get their opinion on it, but from the league, just what would have been the call? I don't know. Look, it's a moot point. They didn't challenge it.
Or we could that angle's coming this way. We're not directly on the line. We don't have the NHL camera that's right. Maybe that toe is really close. It could be something else on top of that too, where that toe is right there as the puck's not in possession, etc. Maybe he had possession when the toe was on the line. He didn't have possession when it wasn't. There's vagaries.
Back to the larger point here. The Bruins lost a game that they really needed to win against a team that has the worst record in the National Hockey League. And poor Joonas Korpisalo has another tough luck loss.
Another really bad beat for Joonas Korpisalo. We talked about the bad beat in Carolina and Buffalo last game, and he did very similar tonight. Again, no run support at all. Kept his team in it even when he was down 1-0. Allowed them to get the fluky goal from the bad play by Georgiev behind the net. He fought all the way through the third period. Billy was invested all throughout the game, and then a goal against with Mason Lowry in his crease, taking his stick out of his hand, and he has absolutely no chance to keep it 1-1.
Yeah. I mean, he worked his you-know-what off in this one.
He really did.
He did. He's everything you could ask for, Dale. Out of it.
He did everything he could do.
Yeah.
19th time this season, if you're keeping track at home, that the Bruins have scored one or fewer goals in a game. To that point about lack of run support for Joonas Korpisalo. And the only goal of this game, from the Bruins' perspective, came from Casey Mittelstadt.
Yeah, good forecheck and off of not a good play by Georgiev, who we had shown in our second intermission that didn't always handle the puck cleanly going up the strong side. Here he looks strong side. Nope, that's taken away by Mittelstadt. So then he puts it into a very odd place for Darnay, who's also in Noma. He gets into Tweenerville right here. Backhand, but then he's got to turn. There's no way he can get it. Mittelstadt does the right thing. Doesn't go below the goal line, gets above it, gets it the puck into the empty net.
But that was the only goal the Bruins would score.
Yeah, they had a couple of moments of sustained pressure in this game. It's a similar story, though. Just not enough. When they were playing well, and I don't want to get too far off track here, earlier in the season, pucks were deep, got it in, a bit of a cycle, changed the point of attack, used behind the net. We don't see much of that right now. It's been weeks since we've seen it, Razor.
It has. Just no sustained. Again, another period without 10 shots on goal in that one. So that streak continues. They did fortunately get up over 20 shots, but in that third period, they didn't sustain anything.
Nothing.
There was no sustained time at all.
Our star of the game is presented by Subaru of New England. Fall in love with a brand new Subaru. We had several candidates, but we're going to go with Macklin Celebrini, who had a pair of assists tonight, and he climbing the list of most points by a rookie in Sharks history, now with 52 on the season. By the way, the fastest player in Sharks history to 30 career assists. It took him only 58 games to get there. He's got only Logan Couture and Pat Falloon in front of him on the Sharks list, but Macklin Celebrini, our Subaru dealer's star of the game.
Pat Falloon.
I know. I
haven't heard that name in a while.
We try to bring something to keep you awake here.